Hi, it's Rachel from Caramel and Cream. Today I'm going to show you another quick tutorial how to make a really pretty card using these new products from Stampin' Up. These are launched to customers from the 1st of June in our catalogue, but obviously as demonstrators we've got our hands on them now. This is a lovely set called Colourful Seasons. It's got the lovely beach chair with snowflakes, autumn leaves, spring flowers, so as it says, covers all the seasons. And it also comes with these lovely seasonal layers thinlet dies. As you know with Stampin' Up, they like to make things easy for us in terms of not having to fussy cut everything. So you have the matching dies for most of the elements that are in there. And you can use them, as we're going to see today, we're going to use the stamp set without using the dies, and we're going to use some of the stamps with the dies. So you can mix and match to create it however you want to. I've already used this little die here to cut out 3 of the flowers that we're going to need, just to save time on camera. It matches whichever of the flowers, so there is a flower die to match whichever of the flower stamps, so you can use either one, just make sure you match it with the right die. Okay, so let's make this lovely little card. So you're going to need a card blank that measures 5 by 5 when folded, a piece of DSP. This is from, again, the new floral DSP that's going to be coming in our new catalogue. This is a new colour called Powder Pink, which will be with us for the next 2 years. That measures 5 by 5 also. Some Powder Pink cardstock, which measures 4 1/8 of an inch by 4 1/8 of an inch. And then a piece of white, which just measures 4 by 4. So we'll start off with our stamping first. We're going to use, from this set, I'm going to use a longer branch. I've already mounted these up ready. We're going to use this little pattern of flowers here. We're going to use one of the flowers, and we're also going to use the wording, Just Breathe. So firstly, I've got some soft suede, and we'll take our large branch. Just ink that up. And I'm going to take it towards the top of the card, but not right to the top, because you want to leave room to add your flowers, and just taking it over off the edge slightly as well. And just pop that on. Okay, that's all that you need that colour for. If you wanted to, you could make it slightly lighter, maybe go over crumb cake if you wanted a slightly softer look. And we're going to take our wording, Just Breathe, using the powder pink ink to match our paper and cardstock. Make sure you've got your words in the right way. And you're just going to bring that down. Try and get it fairly central widthways, but obviously bringing it down under your branch, so again you're leaving enough room for when we're adding our petals. I don't want to get my head in camera, so I'm just going to do a rough by eye and hopefully not be too far off the mark. No, that's not too bad. Okay, then we're going to bring in this one. You can see I've been using it a lot already. With photopolymer, actually, you'll notice that when you use inks on it, it does discolour the rubber slightly, but it doesn't affect how it works. So don't worry about if you get any discoloration. So we're going to ink up the flowers, and this time before we stamp on, we're just going to stamp off to the side. I've got my mat again underneath as I use, so do the same, and then just pop it along the bottom, going off the edge. It's just a hint of the flower petals. Again, ink up, stamp off, twisting it around just so you get a slightly different way of the flowers, and again just going along the bottom. Then lastly, we're going to bring in our flower. These have like little notches at the top as well to help you get them the right way around each time if you need to match them up. And this time we're going to ink up and stamp off again. I'm going to go onto the edge of the branches, and you can decide which way you want your flower to go. Let's have him going this way, I think. And press down firmly. Don't worry about it being light, that's how you want it to be to begin with. Again, ink up and stamp off, turning it around and coming to the next edge of the branch. Stamp up and ink off again, coming to the next part. and again. And then lastly, one more, again, Stampin' Up. This time we're just going to go off the edge here, like so. Okay. And the reason we've done it light is that we want it to contrast with the images that we've cut out of the powder pink cardstock using the little die, and we've got 3 of those. I've done 3 to mix and match, you'll see when we're finished. Okay, I'm just going to move that to the side for a moment just to dry off. I'm going to bring in our card base and add on our DSP. There's 2 sides to this one, floral one and then sort of a more fuller pattern of the colour. So we're going to go for this side showing. Just use some Tombow, just around the edges. And a little bit across the middle to make sure it's going to stay secure. Okay, just make sure you're up to each corner. Push down to make sure there's no air bubbles in there. And we're going to bring in our powder pink cardstock and the part that we've stamped on. Again, around the edges. Not going to go in the middle of this one, just around the edges. And you only have a very thin border, so just try and line up as best as you can by eye, trying to get an even edge all the way around. Just take a moment to have a look and make sure it looks okay before you push down firmly. That doesn't look too bad. And then we're going to use Tombow on the back of this. If you wanted a bit of height, you could use dimensionals, I guess. And then we're going to put this central into our card. Okay, I think we're looking fairly central there. And then lastly, we're going to bring in these little blossoms. And you can just put a touch of Tombow onto each petal just to hold it. And then you need to, before you pop it down, just have a look at the way the pattern is to match your flower, just so you get it the right way, if that makes sense. So you can see there's a small bit there and 2 larger round bits towards the top, so you just match it over and just hold for a second. Then we're going to take another one. This time we're going to go up above here. Again, making sure I'm getting the right way. Let's just double check. Yep, that's the right way. Press and hold for a moment. And then our last one, we're going to take this one over to the end here. Now if you wanted, you could cut out more of these and add more as you wanted, or if you didn't want to add the die cut particle and you've just purchased the stamp set, when you're stamping your flowers on, instead of stamping off to the side, just stamp directly onto your card, and that will give you a brighter image to stand out. And the last little finishing touch, I'm just going to put some of the little basic pearl gems. I'm running short of these, as you can see, so I've actually chopped into, these are long strips that you can peel off if you look. They come off all in one go. I'm going to show you. There you go, so you can do a big strip, maybe down the middle of the dragonflies and things like that, but I've cut into these ones. You can use them this way too. I'm just going to pop one into the centre of our die images. Oh, doesn't want to go on. I just think that is really pretty. Nice sentiment. I just think it looks lovely. And of course with this new stamp set, as the seasons go on, you could change the blossoms and you could put autumn leaves and change all the colouring of your DSP and things to match. This will be a bundle with the dies in the new catalogue. You can save yourself 10% if you buy them together, or if you wanted to and your budget's a little bit limited, just go for the stamp set because you can still create lovely images without having the dies. Like I say, just leave that off and don't stamp off and you'll get a clear, crisp image. If you want to order any Stampin' Up products, pop over to my I'll try and speak. Pop over to my blog and the details will be there for my online shop. Thanks for watching. Bye.